As a trader, the first thing that you must know is to be able to identify a uptrend or a downtrend. If you can look at a chart and tell that the market is in an uptrend or is in a downtrend, you'll be profitable. There's 90% chance that you become a very good trader. And in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to identify a uptrend or a downtrend. Basically, there are types of trend: uptrend or bullish trend, downtrend or bearish trend. Now let's start with the uptrend. And guys, before we continue, please do to hit on that like button, smash that like button for me. And if you are new, subscribe and turn on the bell icon. Please like this video, it is very important. Now, for you to identify an uptrend, what you should be seeing, you should be seeing the market looking like this. So in the market, you see something like highs, low, high, low, high, low, high. You get. So in market or in trading, market does not move. If we are in an uptrend, market does not go straight like this. No, market never does that. All market will do instead is to go up, then there will be a retracement or a pullback, then up, a retracement or a pullback or up. And this is what we can see right here. In our uptrend, what you'll be seeing is this place. You will see a high, a low, high, low, high, low. This place what we call higher high. Again, and this we call higher low. And this is called higher high. This one is called higher low because since we are going up, as you can see, everything is going up. We are going up, it's called higher low. So once you are seeing that this particular high right here is above this one high right, you get. So this is how you should identify it. If you check this place right, let me put a line right here. Let me put another line. You can see this is why we call it higher high because there's an high right here. But you can see market pull back. There's what another, and that created another high. This particular high breaks above this particular high, create a new high, and this and now create a low which we call lower low, and now create a new high which we call what higher highs, then low, then higher high. So in an uptrend, what you should be looking at is a series of what higher highs and higher low. You get. Market should create a high, then there will be a pullback which we call what higher low. It should be another high. The next high should be higher than this particular high. You get. Then you now create a low again. Then from here, from this low, you now create another high, and this high should be higher than this particular high right here. You get. This will consist of higher highs and higher lows. So in an uptrend or a market chain, or in an uptrend or a bearish trend, you should be looking for series of higher highs and higher low. Now let's go into the chart. Let's identify an uptrend. So guys, this particular trend you are seeing right here, what kind of trend is this? Is it a uptrend or a downtrend? So let me know that in the comment section. If you say this is an uptrend, I'm very correct because as you can see right here, without even drawing structure, you can know that this is a uptrend because what we are seeing right here, let's start from, you can see right here, the market creates what a high, then there is a low which we call what higher low, there is another high, and there is a pullback that creates a low which we call what higher low, there's another high which we call higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and there is what, and there is a high. Let's stop here. So you guys can see the series of higher highs and higher low. And if you check, you see that this particular high right here breaks above this previous high. You can see this particular high right here, this particular high breaks above this previous high. And if you check right here again, this particular high breaks above these previous highs. You can see, and you can see guys, this particular highs break above this high. So in an uptrend, what you should be looking at is a series of higher highs and higher low. So that if you understand, let me know down in the comment section. Don't write yes, I understood what you have explained down in the comment section. Now let's talk about the downtrend. So for a downtrend, you should be looking at something like this. So a downtrend, what does downtrend create? Downtrend create a series of lower lows and lower high. Get. It is called, this right here is called lower low, and create a lower high, lower low. This is called lower low. These lows are called lower low because this low is lower than this particular low. and this low is lower than this particular low, and the next low is lower than this particular low. That is called lower low, and this is called lower high because since it's going down, the high is creating is called lower high. Lower high. As you can see, this is a high, this is a lower high, this is a lower high. You get, and also in a downtrend, you see a series of what lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high, lower lows, and guys, it is still the same with the uptrend. Check that this particular low is lower than this previous low right here. Yet it's lower than this previous low, and if you check this particular low too is lower than this previous low right here. So guys, this is what I can describe a valid lower low or a downtrend. In a downtrend, you see series of what lower highs, lower low, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs. And guys, let's go to the chart and let's identify this downtrend. Okay guys, right on your screen is an example of a downtrend, and before I identify it or show you guys how to identify a downtrend, if you have not smashed the like button, please go and smash the like button, like this video. See, I'm putting a lot of effort to making this video. I spent hours in chat trying to look for a perfect example for you guys, and it would be very bad if you guys do not like this video. Please like this video and subscribe. So guys, in a downtrend, just like I said, you need to identify series of lower lows and lower highs. So we start from this particular place or from this place right. You can see this is what a lower high, and from this lower high we have what lower low, then lower high, then you have a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So guys, if you can see right here, each of these lows is always coming down. This low is lower than this low, and this low is lower than this low. And for a valid low, you can say a valid downtrend, you can see that this particular low is lower than this low right here. And if you check this particular low too, this particular low is lower than this particular low right here, which you can see. So guys, this I can see identify downtrend and uptrend. If this was helpful, please do it to let me know in the comment section. I'm going to let you guys know how to identify reversals. So guys, before I go ahead and teach you guys what we call trend reversals, I want to briefly recap. Just like I said, in the market we are basically two trends, an uptrend and a downtrend. And an uptrend is a series of high highs and high low, highs and high low. And for a valid uptrend, this high should be above the previous high, and this high should be above the previous high, and this high should be above the previous high. Which means it should close above it. While for the downtrend, series of lower lows and lower highs, and this low should be lower than this previous one, this low should be lower than this previous one. And for the sake of knowledge, there is another type of market which we call a ranging market. Ranging market is where you cannot easily spot, or when you cannot tell market is in an uptrend or a downtrend. Market is just going up and down in a specific place. You get what we call ranging market. So we don't actually trade ranging market, and never going to trade ranging market. You can see that this was a ranging market. You can see this place was an uptrend, and if you check out, it was easy for us to actually draw out the series of higher high and higher low on this particular part, right? On this particular part, easy for us to tell that it was an uptrend. But this one right here, this particular part you are seeing, this particular part is ranging because you can't easily tell this market is in an uptrend or a downtrend. So we don't really trade ranging market. Okay, if it's ranging, we don't really trade it. People call it ranging or consolidation. They say market was consolidated, don't really trade it. Because we don't usually trade market that is consolidated, already the price consolidated. We trade uptrend or downtrend. This is a strategy that you can use to trade ranging market or consolidation, but I will not recommend you to do that as a beginner. Now the next step is for you how to spot trend reversals. Get trend reversals. So you can see that if you look at this chart, you can see the market was kind of in a downtrend. And the market was, you check this place, you can see the market was in a downtrend in this particular place. Sorry. So if you check, as you can see, the market was in a downtrend, right? The market was in a downtrend, and suddenly it started going up. You get, how can you spot trend reverse? And this is what we're talking next. So guys, let's talk about bullish reversal. Remember I told you guys that if we are in an uptrend, you will see a series of higher highs, higher low, higher highs, and higher low. But if you see that this particular market breaks below this particular low right here, you get, normally the market should be going up, but then you now see that this market, this price now come down and goes below this particular low right here, which is this previous low that it has created before. Price now goes down to this particular place, maybe it comes back to this place or gets to this other place and goes down again. The thing is that it's very simple. If we see price doing highs and highs lows, normally like it should be in an uptrend, and suddenly you see price goes below this particular low that it has created before, it's no longer an uptrend, it's now a downtrend. And meanwhile, you should also know that, I want you guys to know this particular part right here. You should also know that price can go up, go down, go up, then possibly consolidate in this particular place, consolidate again, as if price creates another uptrend, another higher high that is higher than this particular one. If price creates another high that is higher than this particular one, we are still in an uptrend, get. But if price now creates another low, price now creates a low that is lower than this previous low right here, this now means that we are now in a downtrend. I don't know if you understood what I explained. Let me take it again. So if normally we are in an uptrend, we see price doing series of higher highs, higher low, higher highs, and higher low. Price might try to consolidate. Price might try to consolidate or remain in this particular place. Well, as long as price does not go below this particular low, that creates this higher highs, you get, because we see higher low, you see an higher high. When our price does not go below this particular low, not this particular one, right? This particular low rather, because it is this low that creates this high, get. As long as price does not go this particular low, price can continue ranging around this particular place, get. But if price creates another high like this, we are still in an uptrend, and this particular low will now become the major swing low right here on this particular major low that we're looking at. So if price goes like this and goes up, we are still in an uptrend. But if price keeps consolidating and if price decides to go below this particular low right here that creates this high, we are no longer in an uptrend, we are now in a downtrend. Now let's go to the chart. Let me show you this. So guys, you can see, let's look at this particular scenario right here. You can see market was clearly in an uptrend because price creates higher highs, then low, higher highs, then low, then create another higher highs on this particular place, then created on this particular place, then created a low. Then as you can see on this part, this is not a low because this was the previous low you get, because market did not create another high, but instead the market consolidated and eventually what created another low, and this particular low was lower than this previous low. The reason why I did count this as a low because this particular low that give this higher high right here, you can see. So when price goes down below this particular low that create this high, market changes from an uptrend to a down. You can see what market created was now a lower high and then it went down. So I'm going to adjust the chart, right, as you guys can see it. Sorry, I'm going to adjust the chart for you guys to see. You can see right here, when market breaks below it, the price went down, market changed into a downtrend. Because this is always similar to when you're in a downtrend. So for example, you're in a downtrend and market is creating a series of higher lows and lower lows, high lows and lower lows. So once market creates an high which is higher than this particular one right here, it's going to create an high, another in a downtrend, another in a uptrend. So expect market to tap back into this particular zone and go up yet. So guys, this is a method in which you can use to actually trade this particular strategy. So guys, let's go to the chart. Let me show you this, right? So guys, as you can see right here, we're in a downtrend. Price creates a series of lower lows and lower highs. You can see lower lows and lower high, lower lows and lower high. But you can see when price create this lower lows, when create this lower low and lower high right here and create this lower low, immediately price create a high that was higher than this particular one that it has created before. What happened? Market change structure and got into an uptrend. So guys, you can see this is really very easy. So guys, this is how you can identify trend and trend reversal. You want me to make a video on how you can trade this strategy and how you can enter and make profit, like putting your take profit and stop loss? Let me know that in the comment section. I'm going to create it. And if this was helpful, please try to smash that like button for me, subscribe and turn on the bell icon. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.